Hey guys, welcome back to a brand new video. Today I'll be doing an election prediction between Senator Elizabeth Warren and President Donald Trump. I'm going to try not to be biased here, but the map may look a little bit more red than it did in 2016. So let me just go and fill out the safe states for each party. I think California and Washington are safe for Warren. Vermont, New York, Massachusetts, Rhode Island, Connecticut, actually I'll leave Connecticut out of it for now, Maryland and DC. I'll go over Connecticut, New Jersey, and Delaware. Illinois would be safe for Warren, and the state of Hawaii I think would also be safe for Elizabeth Warren. So that puts her at 151 electoral votes. Now I'm going to fill in the safe states for Donald Trump. Utah, Idaho, Montana, basically the middle of the country. I think Nevada's 2nd district would be Trump district, but I will leave it blank for now. Kansas, Oklahoma. In this case, Texas would be safe for Donald Trump. I think Iowa would be safe. Arkansas, Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, South Carolina. All these states up the coast here. And of course Alaska. So that puts the President of the United States at 169 electoral votes to Senator Warren's 151. Now I'm going to go to the likely states, or I guess leans. See if I can get, there we go. So there's likely. I'm going to put, so I'm going to leave Oregon alone for now. I'm going to put Connecticut, New Jersey, and Delaware all in the likely Democrat column. Democrats still can win those states by comfortable margins. It's still not going to be as big of a margin as they were back in 2016 or 2012. The entire Northeast seems to be trending a little more red, and that could prove to be Democrats' downfall in the Northeast and the Midwest. Now for the likely Republican states, I think Georgia would be one of them. Elizabeth Warren is not that kind of candidate to turn out the African American vote. She's going to have a real problem in the Atlanta suburbs and even in the city of Atlanta itself if she were to go up against President Trump. I think North Carolina would be likely, probably about a 5 to 6 point win for the president if this were the case against Elizabeth Warren in North Carolina. I just, again, don't see the African American turnout for Elizabeth Warren. And the same deal, well, actually, I'll go back to Arizona. I think Ohio would be likely. Again, it's a critical state, and I don't think Elizabeth Warren would get the turnout that she needs in the suburbs of Cleveland, Cuyahoga County. I don't think she would get the turnout that she needs in areas of the state like that. And that's about it for the likelies. For the leans, I'm going to put Oregon in the lean Democrat column. Antifa is going to play a big role there. I think that that could really help, not necessarily help Donald Trump, but really go against the Democrats. So I think that could be an interesting race in Oregon, no matter who the Democrat nominee is. I think Colorado would be a lean blue state. And it's interesting because I think Colorado is one of the states actually kind of supports impeachment of the president more. So that's going to be interesting to watch the race there. And I think Maine's 1st district would actually probably be likely for Elizabeth Warren in this case. But I think that's really it. Maine, as well as the entire Northeast, outside of Vermont, New York, Massachusetts, seem to be trending a little bit more red, so I'll have to see where that goes over the next few election cycles. Now for the lean Republican states, I'm going to put Arizona in that column. I think that Donald Trump can really get out the suburban vote around Phoenix and Tucson. All the conservative Christians down there, the evangelicals, can really come out for Donald Trump in 2020 in a case against Elizabeth Warren. I think in this case, Nevada would also lean for Donald Trump. This would be a flip. really the first surprise on this map from 2016. And I think that, again, it's going to be about the African American vote. The Latino vote seems to be going up for Donald Trump rather than down. I don't think they like the impeachment of Donald Trump, and that's going to really hurt Democrats in a state like Nevada. And Florida, I think, would lean toward the president of the United States. Florida just has a tendency to vote for incumbents most every time. They voted Obama in 2012. They voted Donald Trump in 2016. And I think they're going to vote Donald Trump again by a fairly large margin, probably 2 to 3 points, in the case against Elizabeth Warren. I think, let's not go Pennsylvania now. Oops, let me take that off. Let's not go Pennsylvania now. I'm going to put Wisconsin in the lean Donald Trump column. I think that the rural vote, the farm vote, all those blue-collar workers are again going to come out for Donald Trump. And I think that could definitely put him over the top in many cases against any kind of Democratic candidate. Maine's 2nd district, I'd actually put as almost a safe Donald Trump up there in Maine. So that gets him to 275 electoral votes. Look at how many states are still on this map. And Donald Trump has already surpassed 270 electoral votes. I mean, this might be a bit of a landslide, but let's keep going. I think Michigan would tilt to Donald Trump. Actually, I think it would lean toward Donald Trump. Again, Elizabeth Warren would not be the person to get the vote out in Detroit and even the surrounding areas, like Hillary Clinton could not. That's why she lost the state of Michigan. I think that's why Democrats will lose it again. They can't get the African American turnout. Either that or they will get it, but some more of it will go to Donald Trump. So we'll have to see where that goes in Michigan. I think Pennsylvania is another state that would lean toward Donald Trump. I think he's going to do better in the state of Pennsylvania in 2020. I think he's going to get more Western PA turnout. I think he's going to get some more Philadelphia suburb turnout, Pittsburgh suburb turnout, and Erie County up in northwest PA could again go to Donald Trump, depending on what they think. I think Minnesota would also lean towards Donald Trump. This is a second flip against a candidate like Warren. I think Donald Trump is going to do very well in the Rust Belt, no matter who it's against, except maybe Joe Biden, but we'll have to see about that. Minnesota seems like a state that votes for weird candidates. They could vote for AOC, who knows, but I don't think Elizabeth Warren is again going to be the candidate to get out the vote as well as she could. I think New Hampshire is also a state that would lean toward Donald Trump. And the fact that New Hampshire is going red on my map, your map may look entirely different, but New Hampshire, to me, Trump is doing well there. His approval may seem underwater, but again, those are trash polls. Morning Consult, nobody trusts Morning Consult. It's just part of another fake news media. As well as I think Donald Trump could win the state of Maine. And this would be a huge flip. Obama won it by double digits. Trump closed the gap in 2016. And he could win it in 2020, depending on what the voters think, obviously. So now we get down to the final two states. And these are really interesting. I'm going to put New Mexico in the tilt Donald Trump column. And here's why. New Mexico voted almost 10%, I think it was 10%, for third-party candidates in 2016. If all those voters went to Donald Trump, Trump would have won the state of New Mexico. I think there's a lot of Christians and evangelicals and Latinos down in New Mexico who could really help Donald Trump's case. And it's going to be really interesting to see how that plays out. But I think New Mexico is a state in any scenario that could go to Donald Trump, as well as the state of Virginia, my home state. I live in Northern Virginia, Prince William County, the suburbs, and what Ralph Northam is doing, it's absolutely insane. He's going to use the National Guard to take away Virginians' weapons, law-abiding citizens. I mean, this is outrageous. I mean, this is not popular at all. Over 90 counties and cities have already declared themselves Second Amendment sanctuaries, and I can't see a Democrat trying to go in here and say, we are pro gun rights, when you have a governor that's a Democrat that's trying to take away the guns and break the Constitution to take away your guns and your Second Amendment right. Uh, they also don't like the impeachment here in Virginia, and they really are starting to hang on to the president's economy and other stuff like that that he's doing with the border and all that. So I think Virginia is a state that could tilt toward Donald Trump, uh, and it's going to be interesting how this plays out. But I really think it can. Also, I'm going to put the second Nebraska district as a lean Donald Trump district. Um, as for Omaha is, I think Donald Trump could do well there. So this is my final electoral map. 192 electoral votes for Senator Warren to 346 for Donald Trump. Please comment down below. Tell me what you think of this map. If I need to change anything, or if you think differently of my map for any state, take a look at the comments down below. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.